the questions to keep myself aligned. Waste away the hours doing what I should, knowing that my soul tells me it's not for my own good.
Good morning, everyone. Today I want to do a really interesting video with you guys. So I don't know how many of you do essential oils. And I'm just going to lift this up. This is just one of many. So this is one pile of essential oils. These are all different essential oils, by the way. And then I've got this other pile of essential oils and Bach remedies. And, well, these ones are keepers because they're my like crystal elixirs. But so I'm looking at all these oils, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm just looking at all of this stuff and I'm like, okay, I have a ton of oils and now I'm working with CBD as well. So I'm like, okay, you know, this is a lot of oil in my house and what do I need and what do I not need? And I'm finding I'm using my essential oils a lot less except for more aromatherapy type of things. So I started looking through my book. So I don't know if you guys have this book, like if you've ever seen this, but you know this one with like, it's all about essential oils and what oils you use with what. And, you know, of course I do my research when I'm making stuff for people, but I started looking through this book. And I started looking at some of the more, you know, the oils that everybody talks about. So like, you know, lavender, right? So lavender oils. And I use really good oils. Like I don't just buy these oils at the store. Like I'm using oils that are exactly pure. Like you could eat them. You could cook with them. Like that's how good they are. I'm almost 99% of the oils out there you can't. So I started looking at lavender and I'm thinking about, you know, my CBD oil, right? So I'm looking at them both and I'm going, okay, so what does lavender do? It does sleep issues. It does stress and anxiety, focus and concentration. You can use it on sunburns and wounds and cuts and things like that. That's what you can use it for, lavender for. You can use it on pains and sprains, high blood pressure to lower your blood pressure, for migraines and headaches, and emotional balance. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, well, outside of the smell of lavender, when our body's in homeostasis, it does all this stuff. And I've heard from people that they've been telling me stuff like, you know, if they get scratches and stuff like, or scrapes, that if they actually put the oil right on it, it like heals it really fast. So I'm like, okay, so that's the same as what lavender does, because I've burnt my hand before and thrown lavender on there really fast and it like takes care of it right away. But so would CBD. So I thought, okay, all right. So lavender is good. I love the smell of lavender. So that's a plus. I can diffuse lavender. I certainly wouldn't diffuse CBD. So that's okay. So lavender's got aromatherapy things, aromatherapy benefits. But all in all, they're kind of doing this, you know, they're doing similar things. So then I started looking at frankincense. So frankincense is a very, very crazy expensive oil. I'm just going to, if I can find it here. So frankincense is a crazy expensive oil. I don't even actually know where I put it right now. Don't want to lose that. So that's like $90 for a small bottle of oil, right? So you're like, oh my God. So what does frankincense do? Again, it's got a lot of spiritual benefits, great to diffuse. Okay, so then, but I wanted to look at like, what are they saying that it's good for? Okay, so cancers and tumors, seizures and trauma, brain injuries, dementia, Alzheimer's, depression, wound healing, sciatica and back pain, immune system and cellular health. I'm just reading this right out of the book. Congestion, coughs and allergies, meditation, prayer and focus, emotional balance. Okay. So the same. Okay. The same. All right. So now I pull up another one. So I'm looking at Fennel. So Fennel as a essential oil, and what are its benefits? So I'm reading it right out of these books. Fennel. So nausea, colic, and flatulence, menstrual issues and PMS, cramps and spasms, for low milk supply, breastfeeding, edema, coughs and congestions, parasites and sluggish bowels, hunger pains, and emotional balance. Okay, so there's a few things here that I don't really know. The digestion, I know that I've suffered from IBS like my entire life. So since I've been taking the CBD, I know that the change has happened. Like I've felt the change. I know a lot of my clients that are saying the same thing. So, okay, so we're going to go with the digestion, and we're going to go with, it has a lot of benefits also for cramping and things like that. Low milk supply, don't know. I'd have to do some research on that. But I know that it's okay for mothers to be taking CBD, so that's really good, and it is helpful in the breast milk because it's building up the cannabinoids in the milk, adding immunity for the child. So that's all good. So again, pretty comparable. So I guess what I'm getting at here is like, do we need all the oils? Like, do we need them all? Right? You saw how many oils I had, right? So, this is just half. This is just half. Okay. I have another one full like this. So, do we need all of these oils? How many of these oils can I do away with simply by taking CBD? And how many of them do I want to keep because I love the smell, or the benefit of it has been so amazing to me that I don't want to get rid of it? Even though I'm taking the CBD as well, I still want to keep that oil. So that was some things that I'm looking at right now, right? Like, why am I buying all this stuff? The other thing that I looked at was clove, right? So clove is good for liver and brain support. Again, just reading it straight out of the Essential Oils book. So liver and brain support, immune boost, circulation and hypertension, tooth pain, thyroid issues, metabolism support, infection, virus and cold, emotional balance. Okay. So again, when the body goes into homeostasis, a lot of this will be taken care of. All right. Your immunity, absolutely, because when our body's functioning properly, right, our immunity builds up, our cannabinoids in our system, right? We're going to be building up those immunities. We're going to have what we need to fend off whatever we don't need. Okay. Tooth pain and cavities. I put CBD in my coconut pulls in my teeth, so that I can just fight the bacteria and stuff. And I can tell you, I used to have like bleeding gums really bad, gingivitis. I've never had a cavity in my entire life, but I did have issues with my gums. So, and I've lost 4 molars because of it. So not a problem anymore. No bleeding in my gums at all. The swelling, I don't have that issue anymore. So this is like, it's some stuff, I gotta say, you gotta sort of weigh it out. What's another one that was really good? Melissa. So Melissa is another really great, powerful oil. And I love my oils. Like, I'm not lying. I love my oils, but I'm like, do I need all this stuff, right? So like, I find that I'm using less and less of it because I'm using the CBD oil instead. So gum disease and bleeding, that was myrrh. Okay, so Melissa, colds, cold sores, herpes. I have heard really great things with those of you who are suffering with herpes. Okay. I've heard great things. I would urge you to go online and just Google CBD and herpes. Just Google it. Get educated. I know that a ton of stuff is going to pull up. Okay. So that's really great. Depression, anxiety, and shock. And I'm pretty sure that CBD is going to work faster. If I was going to guess, I would say that CBD is going to work way faster than Melissa on that. Okay. Then depression, anxiety, and shock. We've already covered that. So a lot of these oils kind of do a lot of the same things as well, right? So emotional balance, depression, anxiety, colds and flus, viral things. So all of these oils are already doing a lot of that. And some of them specialize in some other things. But I'm finding that the CBD oil is also taking care of some of those things. Okay. No, it's not a great oil for aromatherapy. Like, come on. We all know what it smells like, and we're not going to like we're not going to vaporize that into the house. Okay. But it's really great for other things. So yes, do I love my oils for aromatherapy? Yes. Do I need 50,000 oils? No. So I'm going to be saving money on my oils too, because I'm going to go through and pick, what do I really need? What do I really need to have? And the rest, I've got it all covered. I take it every day. Like I take CBD every day, twice. So I've got it all covered. I don't need these oils anymore. I don't find myself going to my oil cabinet anymore because I don't need it. Okay. And it's not because it's like, oh, I have this and I don't need that. It's because I don't feel the pull to have to go do it and feel drawn to it because I'm looking for something to make me feel better. I'm already feeling better. I'm feeling better because I'm taking my CBD every day. Right. So, and it wasn't until like, honestly, this weekend when I started looking at my oils and I was laying down and I was like, wait a second, why am I not using my oils anymore? So lemongrass. Lemongrass is another one that people use all the time. I think I have 3 lemongrass, like 3. Yeah, there it is there. So cancer and tumors, blood pressure. Those of you that suffer from high blood pressure, I would say, again, go on Google, search CBD and high blood pressure. Let Google tell you. All right. I'm not even going to tell you. Like, go and let it tell you how CBD can help with this. Okay. It's not, is it going to cure it? So we're not allowed to say it's not a thing, but it does take care of some of the discomforts of having blood pressure. Okay. Issues. Hypothyroid, bladder and kidney stones. Okay. Digestive issues, emotional balance. Once again, ligament pain in the body. Okay. It's good as an insect repellent. I don't think CBD does that. So lemongrass is really good for that. And I've actually used it a million times. So it does work. And it's good for cooking. You can use this lemongrass for cooking that I have, which, you can't do with CBD. So there are some things that you can do with the oils, the essential oils that I have, all of them, all the different herbs that I've got here that you cannot do with CBD. But there is a ton of stuff that you can do with CBD that you are probably using your essential oils for, that you only need one to take care of all of that. And maybe you just pick up a few essential oils for some of the things that it doesn't do, and for aromatherapy as well. So just a little bit of information. Like I said, I could go on and on all day. I started going through the actual issues and, what they prescribe for essential oils. And then I was looking at the oils and going, but I'm taking care of that with CBD. So, I mean, if you don't believe me, and if you do doTERRA or Young Living, the only oils that I think that anyone should ever use anyways, if you are, then like you probably have this book. Go on Pinterest. Pinterest is another great place to find out, what are the benefits of lavender oil. Google it, find out what all these different benefits are, and then compare them, right? Compare them to what CBD can do for you. And then look at the cost involved. Like I said, frankincense is like $90 a bottle. It's like that, every drop is gold, right? So is it an amazing oil? Absolutely. But I'm getting a lot of those benefits from the CBD, and it's way cheaper, right? And I'm taking it every single day, right? So there's a lot of oils here that I look at and I'm like, I'm already got it covered. I already have it covered with CBD. And when I started buying these oils, I wasn't taking CBD, so I didn't know about it. And now I have a shit ton of oils. And the one oil that I'm taking is taking care of mostly everything here. So a lot of oregano's another oil. So a lot of oregano's benefits, it's coming from the CBD. All right. There are some oils that, I love cedarwood. Like, it has so many benefits, cedarwood. But once again, outside of insect repellent, I'm just looking. So outside of insect repellent, And it is really good for some lines and wrinkles. It does do like the freeze thing, like so it's like that. But like I'm just looking down the list here, and it's like check, check, check. This is the stuff that I would take CBD for, right? I don't know if I'm sad about this or if I'm happy about this. Like I'm happy because it's like, that's awesome. I'm sad because I like my oils, but I'm not using them. I don't think I've touched them in a couple of months outside of, you know, just doing some aromatherapy around the house, diffusing some oils, like to actually put them on me. I haven't done it. So just a thought. Just a thought. Sorry, I meant to cut this off. There you go. So just a thought, and that's it. So that's my thing. So those of you who want to know some more about CBD and are interested in some more information about it, please reach out to me. I love educating people about this, and I love talking about it because to me, you know, it was made for us. You know, it was just, you know, we were made, hemp was made. It's a thing. It's a thing, and I love it. So I use it with all my clients. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you about this. I even offer like a 7-day free tour where you can just find out about it and, you know, start your own business or do something for yourself. If nothing else, just look after you, right? Just really looking after you. And you know that everything I talk about in this group is really about self-healing. So it's not always self-healing our mental state and self-healing our energetic state, but it's also healing our body, right? I mean, when we do mind and we do energy, it heals the body anyways, but we're coming at it. I like to come at it from all angles of things that work. Okay. So if physically I can help quicker and get the body good, then all the other work that I do with my clients, it just works faster. It just works faster. So, and it's more efficient. You know, it cuts down on a ton of time, and the client is very receptive. So that is just something that I wanted to put out there for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to hear from you. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk soon.
Look at my reflection in the mirror. I see that is not the person who lives inside of me. Done with all the fear and doubts, the negativity. I'm shedding all the crap right now. I'm stepping